Manoj Sinha is approaching the completion of his 5-year term as the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir on August 6, 2025. However, the central government has yet to announce whether he will continue in this role or to be replaced. In India, state governors are generally appointed for a term of 5 years. However, for union territories like Jammu and Kashmir, there is no fixed term for LGs. They are appointed by the President of India and serve at the President's pleasure, meaning they can remain in office as long as the President decides. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019, which transformed Jammu and Kashmir into a union territory, does not specify a time limit for an LG's term. Let's talk about Sinha's journey so far. Sinha, a former member of parliament from Uttar Pradesh and a minister in Prime Minister Modi's cabinet, became the LG of Jammu and Kashmir following the resignation of GC Murmu. After the abrogation of Article 370, Sinha was viewed as a calm and experienced leader, capable of bringing peace and development to the region. Now, let's talk about his achievements. During his tenure, infrastructural development in Jammu and Kashmir has accelerated. Projects such as 900 crore rupees Srinagar Smart City, improved road networks, tunnels and railway lines have advanced with strong support from the central government, particularly the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Tourism has seen growth, attracting thousands to places like Gulmarg, Pahalgam and Sonmarg. New investment proposals have been received in the tourism, health and IT sectors. However, job creation remains a pressing concern, with sectors like horticulture, tourism and handicrafts still being the primary sources of employment for locals. The security situation has yielded mixed results. While the number of newly recruited local militants have decreased and many top militants have been neutralized, attack persists, especially in Rajouri and Poonch. The April 2025 Pahalgam terror attack, which resulted in the deaths of tourists, was a significant failure, and Sinha took responsibility. Some observers believe this helped shield the Union Home Ministry from criticism from the opposition. The army recently reported that they have killed all 3 terrorists involved in the Pahalgam terror attack. Now, let's talk about his controversies. Despite noticeable development, Sinha's tenure has not been free from controversy. His working relationship with Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has had its own tensions. Although they maintain a polite public demeanor, Abdullah has expressed frustration over Sinha's control on sensitive departments like Home and Law. 2 notable instances highlight this friction. Sinha has refused to approve the extension of Advocate General D.C. Raina despite Abdullah's recommendation, and the business rules defining power sharing between the CM and LG remain pending. Sinha has also faced criticism for his treatment of elected leaders. On July 13, Abdullah and his cabinet ministers were placed under house arrest to prevent them from visiting the Martyrs' Graveyard in Srinagar. They were only able to visit the next day after scaling walls and facing police resistance. This incident drew attention to how an elected leader like the Jammu and Kashmir CM was being treated by the police under LG control. Many locals view Sinha as an outsider representing the BJP's political agenda. While pilgrims visiting Vaishno Devi and the Amarnath Yatra receive top-notch facilities, congregational prayers at the Jama Masjid in Srinagar have often been restricted, even during Ramadan and Eid. Sinha's government has also implemented new reservation rules, land eviction drives, and introduced new property regulations without adequate public consultation. These actions have generated widespread fear and resentment among the local population. Now, what's next? Given that there is no legal term limit for LGs and union territories, the decision of whether Sinha will remain in his position or be replaced lies entirely with the President of India. Whatever the central government decides will send a strong message about its plan for Jammu and Kashmir, particularly concerning the long-demanded restoration of statehood.